So joining me on the call today, I've got April Beach from the Sweet Life Company, which sounds sweet, but I see a wave in the background, and I think you used to work in a surf shop when you were a kid. So tell us a bit about you and what you do.
I used to be a surfer when I was a kid. I would like to say I'm still a surfer, but it doesn't flow so well, especially when I'm a little bit landlocked right now. Thank you so much for having me, David. Yes, I've actually been a lifestyle entrepreneur my entire life. So my parents owned surf shops growing up. And what we do at the Sweet Life Company is we work with established experts, subject matter experts, leaders, and we help them extract their genius and take their assets and build $1 million programs so that, and this is based on what we just talked about, was really important to me, so that they can actually live into that time and, freedom, whatever that looks like for each individual.
Yeah. And look, one of the reasons I'm excited is that we talk about content licensing, which is a technical term for sharing your knowledge in a leveraged way. And one of the big things for me is when people run a business, we can be self-employed and run around like crazy delivering a service, or we can get smart about our business and work on it. And part of working on it is building the asset value, the thing that we can sell rather than our own time. So your talk is going to be the secret to predictable path to millions that no one talks about. So tell us about this thing no one talks about.
Yeah. So the thing that nobody talks about is the thing that we all believe that we should be doing. Maybe it's part of that hustle of building a business. And that is creating our systems and our methods and our processes and doing the hard work to figure out how we allow things to get to be a well-oiled machine behind the scenes, whatever that is, whether it's customer service, whether it's ordering, whether it's fulfillment, whatever that is behind the scenes. We just think as entrepreneurs, that's just part of the grunt work that we need to do to create it, which technically it is. But now that we have created that, we just assume it's part of our operational standard operating procedures. What we don't realize is the value that our systems and our methods and our frameworks and our teachings that we might keep internally for our staff, what they could mean to somebody else. So what we're going to be talking about are all of these genius assets that you guys are all sitting on, and you all have them, in understanding how you can potentially package them and license them to other companies to help other companies skip over sometimes up to 10 years of time of trying to create what you have already done really well.
Amazing.
It is super secret.
Yeah, because I think often you're right. People don't even realize it's a value. They go, "What do you mean? I've been doing this for years." And you go, "Well, you've actually evolved the system. You don't even know you're doing that. And someone else values what you've evolved." So how do we capture that, and how do we turn that into profit?
Yes, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. And if you think of like a franchise, people pay a ton of money to be part of a franchise. And one of the things they're buying are systems and processes. Systems and processes are so valuable. People pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to access them. And, imagine that you have those same systems and processes, some of which are very unique and wonderfully disruptive and just out of your genius, that other businesses want to tap into, that are very, very valuable. And other companies, organizations, even corporations will pay a lot of money to access them.
I think this is awesome because I think most people in business never go to this level. They're so busy running around chasing their trail, trying to get their bills paid and trying to collect money, that they don't think about, how do I leverage myself? And leverage is a key element for us, and understanding where I should focus my time and energy in a business. It's counterintuitive to a lot of people because this is not customer facing. This is developing a thing that is unique.
Right. And frankly, probably most people already have it developed. So instead of seeming like a huge, big project, it's just going to be taking what they already have developed and maybe just massaging it a little bit, repackaging it, and deciding what the best way to release it actually could be. And it's an amazing conversation. And we do take for granted the work that we just think that we're expected to do as business owners. But if you think back to you, maybe, 3, 5, 10 years ago, when you were creating these things, imagine if you could have just swiped these things from somebody else and just inserted them into your company, and how powerful that would have been for you. And frankly, what you would have paid in order to save years of pain figuring it out on your own.
And I think that part of this is that in reality, most people don't realize that's an asset. Right. They think it's all in my head. I don't even know how to explain what I do. But as soon as we sort of take the deep dive into compartmentalizing and systemizing things like that, we start to realize the true value of it.
Absolutely. And what we're going to be talking about is there's actually 3 types of content and assets that companies literally line up to license. They're constantly looking for these small businesses, big companies, nonprofits. And so we're going to be going through all of those. And what's going to be really cool to do is going through and helping you guys understand and really think about, oh my gosh, I have this in this category and this in that category, and quickly being able to see what you can turn around and release.
Yeah, super exciting, super exciting. I can't wait to get through, roll up our sleeves and get into this, because I think people are going to find some money in their business they never knew existed.
All right. It's fun. It's fun. And this really isn't one of those things people don't plan to go into it, because it is, I mean, nobody talks about this, guys. It is a secret. Usually people hear about it because a company approaches them and says, hey, I really like what you do. Can we buy that from you? And that's how it happened for me 13 years ago. I had trainings and programs, and I had a big healthcare company approach me. I had no idea what I was doing or that it was even valuable to somebody else, but I never would have known unless I was approached. So now I love working with entrepreneurs to help figure out what do we have and how can we be proactive. Don't sit back and wait like I did. Let's go ahead and get this going, because it's very, very profitable. But more than that, it's fun to actually see our hard work and how that can be just so incredibly impactful for other businesses too.
Yeah, fantastic. April, thanks so much for joining us today. And I'm really excited about this session. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited to come in and talk to you guys. See you soon.
Okay, bye.